Christian, I'm going to start. Obviously, those kind of things happen. Just what is that to the players and the concern you have for your fellow teammate? What's going through you?
Yeah, it's unfortunately part of the sport, injuries, and a head injury in particular. It affects much more than just a lower leg or a hand injury. But we know Steph, he's resilient. He's going to fight his way back, and having gone through concussions before, he's going to get all the support he needs, and he's going to be, better in no time. But, the most important thing after an injury like this is to give him space and be patient and listen to his body, his brain, his symptoms, and in the end, he's gonna be just fine.
What did you see happen?
To be honest, I didn't see much. I'm on the front end of the play, and I turn around and I'm trying to support the play, and I see him on the ground, and he obviously needed help. As I think we all saw him on the ground, we all realized that we needed medical attention, and the most important thing is to not touch him and let the professionals deal with an injury like that. And so credit to our staff to come in and do their part. But yeah, seeing him on the ground is very emotional because he gives so much to the squad, and again, I think for me in particular, having gone through, something not as crazy as what we just saw, but something of that magnitude is it kind of brings back, some of those core difficult memories, and so to see Steph, who is always so happy, and to see him like that is always tough, and so his support is going to be the most important thing for him.
Was he out cold? I mean, was he moved? Like, what did you like? From where we learned, it looked like he was completely out. I don't know if that's how it was in reality or not.
He was. He seemed like he was out. He didn't move much, and then he had some moments of moving limbs, and so at that point, you're trying to get everybody's attention. But he seemed out. He seemed like he was in a state that we needed to get him out of, and so I'm glad that he was able to move his limbs and in the end be able to talk.
Christian, did he say anything to you guys?
No, not to us, but to Sheila and Scott, our athletic trainers, to the team doc as well, and so he was responsive towards the end, right? At the beginning, not so much, but the good thing is he was responsive, and he's gonna, with time, he's gonna be okay.
With the game, Schweitzer had kind of explained that maybe it was Columbus Wilford kind of calling it. I mean, were you guys looking for the game to be called too, or because it seemed like that might not have happened if the ref went ahead?
Yeah, I think it's hard to play after something like that. If it happened in the 60th minute, we're forced to do something like that. But in the end, I think there was probably 30 to 45 seconds left in the game. With all the waiting and all the sitting around, I think it was the right thing to do. So credit to Wilfred if he was pushing for that. The game. This is when you realize the game is more than just a game. We put our bodies on the line, and I think when we fight for things, or when we we have such short careers, we just want to, in the end, get the most out of our careers, and so injuries are scary at this point, and so hopefully Steph comes back and he's ready to go.
Sorry, we got to shift a little bit to the game. Just overall, just your impressions of this game. You guys won one tie.
Yeah, again, I think there were moments where we could have been better in front of goal. I think this is something that we've talked about for a long time now. We get a chance with Danny in the first half. We get a chance with Paul in the second half, and if we put one of those away, it changes the game. And so, I like our response. Our response was good to the goal. We gave up a bit of a poor goal in transition. But yeah, it seemed like it was a bit of a chess match, right? Sometimes we were walking the ball up, sometimes they were walking the ball up. Moments of transition at times, but then it seemed very calculated. It was very, very much like a chess match.
Do you give solace to the fact that you are getting players in the box? Earlier in the season you didn't, but now you're getting those. I know you want to score, but you're getting players in the box.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting players in the box and we're getting touches in the box. I think that's the most important thing, right? If we can get touches in the box, if we can get first contact in the box, we're better off because of it. And so, yeah, really important to, get runners for sure. But if we can't find them, right, it's kind of worthless, right? So the fact that we're getting touches in the box is far more important.
Do you feel like you guys kind of lost a little bit of the sharpness that you had coming out of the Club World Cup? Or do you think that today, there was a little bit of other things that impacted the game?
Yeah, a little bit of everything, to be honest. I mean, the weather, right? It's a bit of a slower game. The turf was definitely stickier, so the passes weren't as crisp. Transition with the heat is tough. Columbus is a pretty darn good team. And then we lacked the final third, savviness, final product, and so. Part of playing a good team. Part of you have these games sometimes, but in the end, like you need to try to keep your standard at the level that we had at Club World Cup, even if the circumstances are different.
Cristian, prior to Steph's injury, there was an injury with Paulo. And then when Paul scored, he made like a gesture towards number 6 and João Paulo. Was that something that you guys agreed to do? Like whoever scored was going to do celebration for João Paulo, or is it just spontaneous from Paul?
Yeah, I think Paul did that upon himself, but João is when we talk about injuries, this is another unfortunate injury, an injury that probably doesn't get the talk it deserves. Again, we train every day, right? We put our bodies on the line every day, and to have now someone that is, I think, a free agent next year, 34 years old, who's given so much to this club, and to have an injury like that puts him out for the rest of the year, it's sad, it's disappointing. He's such a great guy for our team. He's ready when his number is called, and disappointing to have to see that, have to see him go through something so hard, much like Paul Riola as well. And so, I hope João again has a speedy recovery, but you never want to see that. Injuries are such a sad part of our game.
Did you guys
Last
need
couple
a
for
moment?
Cristian, guys.
Did you guys need a moment like after this match too? I mean, having that happen this week and stuff today.
A moment, just like in.
Yeah, it's like a group afterward.
We haven't. Schmetz talked about injuries in general, and I think that we'll kind of address everything come Tuesday when we're back in. But we heard Steph is doing better. João has been around in the locker room. He'll have surgery at some point. But yeah, the most important thing is the human, and we just want the best for our family. This is our family. We spend so much time together, and sometimes you look at the Musiala injury in the Club World Cup, right? You see the reactions of the players because it means so much to the individual person on the team, right? Because your teammates you spend so much time with these guys, and so to see that happen, it's sad, and hopefully we hear from Steph soon, and he's gonna be fine in the long run, but we just need to give him time and patience.